wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Down, 70, Indy.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Fair.
Kill, turn up. Jack.
Hatch 6-6, pull it high. Hey, high 7. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Shields. And the catch made by Johnson. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Underneath for Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Here we go. 8 read.
Man, I got you.
80 weapons. Fire.
To throw on 2nd down. Shields. And he's going to have to hook up to QT. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
3 yards. That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check. Watch 54. They're going to need some therapy after this.
On 2nd down, Johnson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On first down, Shields, screen play, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Hey, Wahoo! Protein spill!
Check 99! Check 99!
Say go!
Looking to throw. Shields. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Set, hut! 3, Mike. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's the way.
On second down, it's Elliott. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to run for it with Elliott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. Joker. Sponge.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. Fights through and now a crease. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 42.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. He's got a first down or more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Watch twist. Undercrush. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Greystone travel.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll run on first down. Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cowboys' 16-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Second and 11. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike 96. Mike 96.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Now.
Back to throw. Shields. Got an open man. It's QT. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. To throw, Brissett. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20. As his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
– 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Brissett. He gets it to Thomas. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Elliott. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run that time by Elliott. Give him 52 yards on the ground. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Cowboys 17, Vikings 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think?
There goes Duke Johnson. Touchdown, Vikings. Duke Johnson, his second touchdown of the night, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will level the playing field at 17-all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brissett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Number 53, Mike 53. Watch the screen.
10th carry now for Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Brissett. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check 37, check 37. Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
Hey, orbit. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Shields. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Check, right 54. Right 54. Base.
They go to Elliott again. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third and short yardage, Brissett. And the catch made by Walters. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Brissett now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. No running room for Zeke on first down, as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the Vikings 46-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Out of the gun, Brissett.
Let's put that team on.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First down, Dallas.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 29-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run with Elliott. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 29 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Tighten down, there you go.
Looking to throw. Shields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Brissett. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go, get back.
They begin the drive with Johnson. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets some negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 96.
On 1st and 10, Shields. Open man is QT, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
Go. Bravo.
On 4th down, Shields. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. On 4th down, Shields. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys' offense. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Now a final